Welcome, passionate Albiceleste fans. Today we are stepping away from the blinding spotlight that constantly surrounds our icon, Lionel Messi. Instead, we are shining a light on a completely different beast. He is a player who makes Tottenham fans in London chew their fingernails and pray to the heavens every time he makes a tackle. Yet the second he steps onto the pitch in Buenos Aires, he transforms into an absolute guardian angel. That is right, we are talking about none other than Cuti, Cristian Romero, the unsung hero and ultimate savior of this Argentina squad in their dramatic 2026 World Cup campaign. Get ready, because his story is spectacular. Let us kick things off with part 1 of this deep dive, which I like to call When the Front Line Stalls and the Heavy Artillery from the Backline Steps Up to Answer the Call. Now, we all know that tournament football is a cruel beast, and there are moments when even the most glamorous attacking stars find themselves completely locked down. When that happens, you need a hero from the shadows. In this 2026 campaign, when Argentina's multi-million-dollar attack found itself utterly gridlocked against stubborn defenses, it was not a legendary forward who broke the deadlock. It was a fierce, hard-nosed center back pushing up from the deep. There is a delicious, beautiful irony wrapped inside Argentina's run in this tournament. Think about it. We are talking about a squad boasting some of the most lethal attacking weapons on the planet, led by the legendary Lionel Messi himself, and flanked by dynamic young goal scorers like Julian Alvarez. Yet when facing deep, suffocating defensive blocks that park the bus, this world-class front line has occasionally looked completely toothless. And in those exact moments of absolute desperation, when millions of fans are holding their breath, the man who steps up to solve the puzzle and salvage the match is not a forward, but a relentless central defender. Just look back at the last 2 wild knockout matches to see how Romero embraced the role of savior. First, in the round of 32 against a stubborn Cabo Verde squad. The African side defended heroically, turning their penalty area into a fortress and frustrating Argentina all the way into extra time. But in the 111th minute, during a crucial corner, Romero charged forward like a freight train. He rose high and unleashed a thunderous header, creating such immense panic that a defender could only turn the ball into his own net. That made it 3-2, sealing an incredibly tense victory. Before fans could even catch their breath, another heart-stopping drama unfolded in the round of 16 against Egypt. This time, it looked like an absolute disaster for the reigning champions, who found themselves trailing by 2 goals and staring into the abyss of elimination. In that suffocating, high-pressure moment, Romero answered the bell yet again. In the 79th minute, he met a pinpoint free kick from Messi, soaring through the air to head home and make it 1-2. This goal was worth its weight in gold. It broke the mental paralysis gripping the team, reigniting their fighting spirit and paving the way for Messi and Enzo to complete a thrilling 3-2 comeback. When opponents successfully build a cage around Argentina's star forwards, it is Romero's aggressive ball progression and fearless, slicing runs from the back that suddenly morph into the team's most lethal secret weapon. He does not just sit back and watch the game pass him by. He takes matters into his own hands, driving the ball forward, breaking lines, and throwing the opponent's defensive structure into absolute chaos. In a tournament where spaces are tight and margins are razor thin, having a center back who can transition into a devastating offensive threat is a luxury that very few managers in the world can boast. Now, let us move on to part 2, which I love to call the curious case of one body, 2 completely different destinies. As someone who has analyzed the beautiful game for decades, this is easily one of the most fascinating and downright hilarious puzzles in modern football. How is it possible for a player to exhibit such a radical split personality in his performances? When you watch Romero bossing the pitch at the World Cup, it is virtually impossible to reconcile this elite, composed defender with the chaotic figure we so often see playing in the Premier League. It is as if we are watching 2 entirely different players. Let us look at this through a tactical lens. As a veteran commentator who has seen it all, the sheer duality of this defender born in 1998 is both hilarious and mesmerizing. When you watch Romero command the back line for Argentina, You would never guess this is the same wild, reckless lumberjack who is constantly under fire while playing for Tottenham Hotspur in the grueling Premier League. Over in London, he is often viewed as an impulsive liability, but here, on the world stage, he looks like a seasoned general who has mastered the art of defensive positioning. It is a stunning transformation. In North London, he is notorious for a wild, chaotic style of play, picking up foolish cards left and right under the guise of covering up for a fragile defensive system. Fans and critics alike often call him a ticking time bomb. But the moment he pulls on that iconic light blue and white striped shirt of the national team, a magical transformation occurs. He instantly morphs into a genuine leader of men. The fierce intensity and dark arts are still there, but they are suddenly channeled into brilliant, calculated, and breathtakingly effective defending that leaves opponents completely helpless. On the international stage, he defends like an absolute iron wall, snuffing out counterattacks before they can even cross the halfway line. But what really blows my mind is his incredible efficiency on the ball. In the match against Cabo Verde, he registered a mind-boggling 96% passing accuracy. Just think about that. That is a statistic that even the finest playmaking midfielders in the world would absolutely drool over. He is not just stopping attacks, he is starting them with world-class precision, proving he is a modern elite defender who can do it all under pressure. Perhaps the secret to this stunning transformation is simple. At Tottenham, Romero is constantly forced to play firefighter, cleaning up the costly mistakes of those around him. But with Argentina, he plays with the blood of champions coursing through his veins and a rock-solid foundation of trust supporting him. Cristian Romero is the living proof that this national team is far from a one-man show. They do not just rely on the magic of Lionel Messi. They have a steel wall at the back who knows exactly how to step up and score crucial goals when the storm clouds gather over their campaign. That is all for today's analysis, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Cuti Romero will continue to bail out Argentina's star-studded attack when they face their next massive challenge in the quarterfinals? Or will the forwards finally step up and share the burden? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives, and I will see you all in the very next episode. Keep loving the beautiful game, and goodbye for now.